From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, a preview of the trial of Congressman Jeff Fortenberry that's slated to begin tomorrow. Plus, a special ceremony remembering those lost to COVID-19 over the 2 years since the virus has been here in Lincoln. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Rod has the night off. We begin tonight with the murder trial of Felipe Vasquez. As more testimony and videos continue of the day Lincoln investigator Mario Herrera was shot. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez joins us live from the Platte County Courthouse with a recap of what happened today. Ariana?
Megan, the trial wrapped up for today about 10 minutes ago. Now, the day investigator Mario Herrera was shot, Orion Ross and Felipe Vasquez were in a bedroom and then ran from police. Today, we heard testimony from a close associate of Orion Ross, who happens to be the mother of his child. This person spoke about a conversation that they had in a car with Orion Ross, Felipe Vasquez, and her as Felipe was buying a cell phone from her back in May of 2020.
Another incident that he was
involved in, yes.
And he said he wasn't worried about that?
Yes, someone else was charged with that.
Okay.
But if he were to be picked up for that, then he would shoot at police or try to kill them.
The defense argued that Matei Brown has been convicted of lying to officers before. Brown spoke about her personality disorder and how she is unable to recall being charged for that. In the last month, Orion Ross has been given more charges.
You would do anything to help Orion get out of jail sooner.
No.
Would you not?
I would not, nope.
Text messages were provided where Brown insinuates helping Orion Ross get out of jail.
You said that, that you would sell your soul to
Yes.
get him out. And you're saying that that's not true?
No, that's not true.
So you mean you didn't mean that?
Correct.
You mean you were exaggerating?
Yes.
You mean you were just talking?
Yes.
So sometimes people say things they don't mean just to let off steam, correct?
Yes.
Just like Felipe seemed to be talking tough when he said what he said, correct?
Yes.
We then heard from the man who owns the house where Vasquez was eventually arrested, who told the jury about the moment he encountered Vasquez.
Heard another rustling kind of noise. I looked to my right where the HVAC unit was, and I saw a shirt or piece of clothing sticking out from behind the HVAC unit. And so then I pronounced my voice a little loud and said, hey, words to the effect of, I can see you back there, you want to come out.
The gun was located shoved in a glove on the back porch of the home where Vasquez was arrested. Officers stated there was a fair amount of blood on it. It was found with the safety off, loaded, and ready to fire.
That's in a position of fire.
Okay.
And the hammer back would indicate that either it's been racked to put the hammer back or that it had been fired, and that's why the hammer is still back.
The forensic analyst did tell us today that there were no usable fingerprints found on the gun. Now, the trial will resume tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. Reporting live in Columbus, Ariana Martinez, Channel 8 News.
Ariana Martinez, thank you very much for that live report tonight. A big day in California tomorrow as Nebraska Congressman Jeff Fortenberry's trial is set to start. Channel 8's Macy Meyer has everything you need to know before it begins. Macy?
Well, Megan, it all goes back to 2016 when prosecutors say Fortenberry accepted money from a foreign national for his campaign and then lied about it to the FBI. Fortenberry, who represents Nebraska's 1st congressional district, is accused of accepting $30,000 from a foreign national for his 2016 campaign and then lying to the FBI during their investigation into those donations. Fortenberry was being indicted on 1 count of scheming to falsify and conceal material facts, along with 2 counts of making false statements to federal investigators. He did plead not guilty to all charges. Now, since the very beginning, he's denied the allegations.
Since I told them what I knew and what I understood, they've accused me of lying to them and are charging me with this. we're shocked. We're stunned. I feel so personally betrayed. We thought we were trying to help.
His attorneys have said he never intended to lie to investigators, but instead he was simply confused. Now, months ago, Fortenberry did request the trial be moved to Nebraska, but that request was denied. And since the fundraiser took place in California in 2016, that's where the trial will be. Now, it'll all start tomorrow with jury selection in a Los Angeles courtroom.
Macy Meyer, thank you for the update on that case. It's been 2 years since COVID hit Lincoln and hundreds of lives were lost. As we mark that anniversary, Bryan Health is making sure none of those who died will ever be forgotten. Bells were rang 488 times by the Bell Choir at Holy Trinity Episcopal Church to remember the lives lost locally to COVID-19. Nurses and staff with Bryan Health gathered outside to listen to the bells and say a prayer for the families who have lost loved ones during these past 2 years. The moment was also to honor the tireless efforts by every staff member who has gone through so much during this pandemic.
During the past 2 years, you kept hearing about being the front line of the pandemic response. I really think the people that were probably most moved by this, they weren't the front line, they were the last line of defense, and they tried to do everything, you know.
Ravenscroft and a chaplain with Bryan Health said moments like this, being able to come together once again, help with the healing process. Now to a story we first brought you back in January. Lincoln police say a man who was found hanging from a rope in a basement has died. 37-year-old Jesse Doak died back on February 4th. He was found in a house near 30th and E Streets. Also in the house, a woman was found with multiple cuts. Police believe she is still recovering and the investigation is still ongoing. A fire in Lincoln today sent one person to the hospital. It happened at a fourplex building near 19th and B Streets just after 11 o'clock. Out of the 5 people living there, possibly 3 will have to relocate. The injured person is expected to be okay, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. The proposed horse track and casino in Hastings has failed. Requests that would have rezoned the area around Highway 281 and 42nd Street to allow for that development were denied. The vote by the city council members was split 4-4, but this proposal required a supermajority to move ahead. People from the area that was selected have been protesting since the announcement of this horse track and casino, saying that it would hurt their property value. The team behind the project said the site was considered after countless hours of consideration and that they would not choose anywhere else if the vote went against them. Time now for a check of our beautiful weather today. Chief Meteorologist John Dissauer is back. Loving today, John.
It's been a fantastic afternoon and really started out a little chilly this morning. We started at 20 degrees at the airport in Lincoln. We had a span of 43 degrees from morning low to the current temperature. We're at 63 degrees in the capital city. Live look right now from Southeast Community College looking off to the south and east. We just got a few clouds drifting overhead, some high thin cirrus clouds, and that's about it. Temperatures are warmer than yesterday. 4 degrees warmer in Lincoln, but look out towards the Tri-Cities. We're nearing 20 degrees warmer there. It's 64 degrees in Grand Island, 64 in Kearney, 63 now in Lincoln, and 62 in Beatrice, 63 degrees right now in Hebron. Winds remain out of the south, picking up a little bit. This is looking at sustained winds, not so much the gust. And you can see we have sustained winds 10 to as much as 20 miles per hour, and we're going to keep the winds up, especially for tomorrow. Now, satellite imagery right now showing you not a whole lot, a couple of those clouds that are drifting overhead we just saw from our camera looking outside. Clear skies back to the west. We will have clear skies as we go through the overnight. Also a reminder, red flag warning is in effect until 8 o'clock this evening for these counties shaded in pink. And that's, again, it's not good conditions for burning outside because it's dry and we've got some of those gusty winds and low relative humidities. For the rest of this evening, clear skies will be in the mid-50s by 8 o'clock, 49 degrees by 10. Guess what? We get even warmer tomorrow. Just how much warmer do we get? Plus a chance for some rain in our forecast. All the details in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
We'll talk to you shortly, John. Thank you. Today marks 20 days since Russia invaded Ukraine, and Russian forces are now escalating their attacks on the capital city of Kyiv. A temporary curfew is now in place for that city as the civilian death toll is rising. ABC's Elizabeth Scholze has the latest from Washington.
Russia's assault on Ukraine is growing more deadly as Russian forces close in on Kyiv. Multiple residences in the nation's capital today were hit by Russian airstrikes. Kyiv's mayor is urging civilians to take shelter, imposing a 35-hour curfew.
I call to everyone, every civilian, please spend the time, if it's possible, in bunkers.
In a show of unity with Ukraine, the leaders of NATO members Poland, Slovenia, and the Czech Republic traveled to Kyiv. The White House now says President Biden will visit Brussels next week for a summit with all 30 NATO members. 20 days into the war, there are growing fears Russia could use chemical weapons as a pretext to escalate its attacks.
Any use of chemical weapons will be a violation of international law.
The military and humanitarian toll is growing by the hour. The UN now says more than 3 million refugees have fled Ukraine. Fox News confirms veteran cameraman Pierre Shastrevsky was killed on the ground, while correspondent Benjamin Hall remains hospitalized. Ukrainian President Zelensky making an impassioned plea to Canada's parliament for more military and economic aid. A request he's likely to make again in an address to Congress Wednesday.
We're going to be able to quickly ramp up our response and help alleviate the suffering that Putin's war is causing.
The U.S., EU, and U.K. announced another round of sanctions targeting Russian businesses, oligarchs, and defense officials. The Kremlin has responded by imposing personal sanctions on President Biden and other national security officials. Elizabeth Scholze, ABC News, Washington.
Still to come on the news tonight, the real-life muse for the Netflix hit series Inventing Anna has reportedly been deported. What this means for her and the show moving forward, we'll have those details next.
Your cure for spring fever
ACP to learn more.
Now to that convicted con artist whose string of crimes are at the center of the popular Netflix show Inventing Anna. Anna Sorokin may have lost her battle to stay in the U.S. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the story.
Her name is Anna Delvey.
The convicted con artist portrayed in the hit Netflix series Inventing Anna expected to be deported to Germany.
She is everything that is wrong with America right now.
Hey, I'm famous.
According to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Anna Sorokin has been in their custody since March 2021 and remains with them pending removal. But Sorokin's lawyer claims they're still working through the appeals process for a new visa so that Sorokin can stay in the U.S.
My basic understanding of immigration law is that we had until the 19th of this month to file an appeal. Because I hadn't spoken to Ms. Sorokin this afternoon, which is typically our practice as we've gotten closer to this deadline, I was a bit concerned that she may have been deported.
Infamously known as the Soho Grifter, Sorokin spent nearly 4 years in prison after posing as a German heiress with a $60 million inheritance, allowing her to live a life of luxury, flying on private jets, staying at boutique hotels, and dressing in designer fashion. In reality, Anna, who adopted the last name Delvey, was found guilty in 2019 of stealing more than $250,000 from acquaintances, banks, and hotels to fund her lavish lifestyle. She spoke to ABC's Deborah Roberts last year.
I feel like I'm just trying to deal with consequences of my actions. I was young. I would not repeat my actions.
I just had some questions.
Sorokin's life after prison was financed partly by that Netflix series on her life. The streaming service reportedly paid her more than $300,000 for the rights to her story.
Many people would find that very strange, that you had gotten into trouble, you went to trial, you went to prison, and there's a Netflix deal around your story?
I find it strange too.
And there's another legal battle involving Sorokin. She's among a group that's suing U.S. immigration officials after she got COVID while in custody. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
Once things started warming up this morning, it turned out to be a pretty nice day. We dropped to 20 degrees officially in Lincoln. The afternoon temperatures reached 63, so a 43-degree spread so far. And down towards Beatrice, things are looking pretty nice this afternoon. Again, just a couple of high, thin cirrus clouds. That's about it. Lots of sunshine around the area. Take a live look now from Honda of Lincoln, looking to the southwest. And again, a couple of these clouds are passing overhead. Once we get past sunset, we will then notice the clouds disappearing pretty quickly and we'll have clear skies. 63 degrees, the high of the day so far in Lincoln. It's 61 in Firth, 62 degrees in Branch Oak Lake. It's 62 for you in Seward, 61 in Milford, and 62 degrees in Friend. 63 right now in Hebron, 64 in Aurora, 64 in Grand Island, and 64 degrees in Kearney, where temperatures are running about 15 to 20 degrees warmer than this time yesterday, just a little warmer in the Lincoln area. Hey, I want to remind you, tomorrow night, if you want to learn more about storms and and tornadoes, we can use your help in the weather community. Become a storm spotter. In Phelps County at Holdridge at 6:30 at the Phelps County Courthouse, you can go to attend a storm spotter class that will be taught by the National Weather Service. They'll be there with a meteorologist. They usually last about 90 minutes to upwards of 2 hours, and they are free to attend. I'd say anybody from probably junior high age and up, a great activity to go attend and learn more about thunderstorms. And again, we can use your help in the community. Eyeballs are always better than radar when we're spotting storms. For tonight, we'll see temperatures cooling off not terribly quickly. 57 degrees by 8, still holding on to 50 by 10. Overnight lows will only be dropping off in the mid-30s, so we're talking seasonably warm temperatures. Our normal lows are sitting right now in the upper 20s, so a few degrees above that. For tomorrow, we'll start the day with sunny skies. As we go through the day, clouds will start to increase from the west. Temperatures by noon to the low 60s. Now you'll notice the clouds quickly increasing by late afternoon, and that'll turn for some of you skies overcast. We should be able to get temperatures up into the upper 60s to low 70s. That is ahead of a cold front tomorrow. Once the front passes, your winds will shift around to the north. Sustained winds 6 to 12 miles per hour. Some gusts at times to 35 miles per hour. 73 for high in Lincoln, 72 in Beatrice, 73 in Fairbury and Hebron. I think we'll be up into the upper 60s to near 70 out towards Grand Island and at 70 degrees in Hastings. I want to remind you this evening we've got a red flag warning that's in effect until 8 o'clock this evening for the counties shaded here in this reddish pink color. Conditions are not great. It's still relatively dry. We've got the gusty winds and low relative humidity because the temperature's warmed so much. Now as we go through the day tomorrow, that threat shifts a little bit more to the east. A low end threat as we go through portions of Lancaster County and Gage County as we go through the early afternoon between about noon and 4 o'clock. So not a great idea to be doing any burning outside tomorrow. Now there is a chance for some rain coming our way just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Now you'll notice on Stormcast developing some showers early Thursday morning and more so as we go through the day on Thursday. We're talking along and south of I-80 for the best chance for seeing some of that rain, and perhaps some of the heavier rains will be down into the southeast corner of the state. By Friday morning, it's not out of the question we could have a few snow flurries around the area because temperatures will be cooling and the moisture may linger around just a little bit. Heaviest rains again off to the south and east where Falls City you could see upwards of a ½ inch of rain. 7-day forecast, 54 degrees on Thursday, so turning cooler for St. Patrick's Day. 54 degrees as well by Friday. This weekend looks pretty nice right now. 66 Saturday, low 70s on Sunday. By the way, spring begins at 10:33 local time. Set your watches. And then a chance for some scattered showers for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week.
All right. Thank you very much, John. A look at Wall Street now. Big gains today. The Dow jumping 600 points. NASDAQ is up 367. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, as Ukrainians put up
Finally tonight, an amazing and unprecedented capture of a mysterious and carnivorous predator has biologists captivated in Utah. Jeremy Roth has tonight's Take a Look at This.
For the first time ever, authorities in Utah managed the rare capture of a live wolverine, a supremely elusive and very fierce predator.
They're a small animal, but they have the ability to take down animals much bigger than they are.
The wolverine was spotted during livestock air patrols feeding on a sheep. 18 sheep had already been killed or wounded. A baited trap was set and successfully captured the rarely seen carnivore. In fact, experts say prior to the animal's entrapment, there had only been 8 confirmed wolverine sightings in the state in over 40 years. Biologists sedated the animal and fitted it with a GPS collar before it was taken into the mountains to be re-released into the wild.
We will know exactly where it's moving and when.
In Nevada, a milestone was captured on camera as a mother and the baby she delivered more than 3 months prior shared a tender and long-awaited reunion. Rowena Salas gave birth to baby Oliver on Thanksgiving Day, but has since been hospitalized with severe COVID-19 complications that required life support, separating her from her newborn. Doctors say Rowena is strong and believe baby Oliver gave her the motivation to fight.
Her room was covered in pictures of her family and her baby. I think that really helped with her recovery.
Rowena is now in rehab, her battle far from over, but at long last, she has her child to cradle in her arms.
It was a long-awaited reunion.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
One final check of our weather tonight, John?
Yeah, nice evening if you've got the grills going. Fantastic night to use them. 63 degrees at 6, 55 at 8. Still nearly 50 degrees by 10 o'clock tonight. Temperatures tonight will only be dropping off in the mid-30s, which sounds cool for some. Otherwise, it's seasonably warm. Our normal low is right at 28 degrees. Tomorrow, temperatures back up into the 70s.
All right, thank you, John. Thank you all for being here. See you at 6.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
The spas are here. Truckloads of spas arriving weekly.
Hurry in today.
These spas are going fast. Spas are in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Supreme Spa.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness.